decide how we wanted to explore Iceland. There was a few different options. You can rent a car, stay in hotels, stay in Reykjavik, do day trips, or you can rent a camper van, live in the van, and travel the ring road, which is obviously what we decided to do. We only have a couple days left, so we thought we would do our van tour at the end so we can talk about the pros and cons and if we would do it again. Spoiler alert, yes, absolutely we would. This is by far what we think is the best way to travel Iceland.
Starting in the front seat, this is an Opel 2900, so it is a diesel engine, which is something that they will emphasize multiple times when renting the van, so you don't put gasoline in it. But there's Bluetooth, so you can play music. You can even look up your phone and use it for travel or GPS, but that is all unnecessary for the cozy campers because they all come equipped with one of these tablets, which have capability for maps, which is really nice when you're in Iceland because the roads here are quite crazy and the names are just as crazy. The van does come equipped with a hotspot, which is very important, especially when you're on the road and you need some Wi-Fi. You might run out of service.
There is a ton of storage up in the cockpit area. We have a good sized glove box. It holds way too much stuff. Another little cubby area up here, as well as this very random cubby area right here. We also have a cup holder. And this is very important if you have a computer or need to charge larger electronics. We rented an inverter from Cozy Camper. I think it was about $15 or so, but it plugs into your normal car charger outlet area, and then it does some electronic magic in here and inverts your electricity after you flip it on so that you can charge bigger electronics. For example, my laptop is charging and I've been able to work on the road with the Wi-Fi tablet, which has been so nice. Coming to the back, we have a nice open sliding door and our bedroom. We have the bed down right now. We'll show you what it looks like when we fold it up, but this is plenty comfortable for two people. Christian's 6'3", I'm only 5'2", but we've had no problem sleeping in here. I feel like we've both been very comfortable, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, he says yes, he's been comfortable. It comes with 2 downy blankets, as well as 2 downy pillows. That stuff up there is just what I took from the plane. But this is a very nice mattress for a van. I was pretty surprised at how comfortable it is. This bed converts to the couch, which we'll show you, but first, we have all of this room here. So the van name that we rented is the Cozy 2 XL, and it came with about 1.5 feet of extra storage right here. We don't feel cluttered in here, even with the bed down and the couch put away. So before we put the couch up, we'll show you the underneath the seat area. There's this whole entire section under here that you can store stuff. And let's change this bed into a couch. This is our couch. There's a ton of space even when it's a couch, and it opens up all of this room in here. To turn it into a bed, you just pull the couch up, slide it over, and then bring this down. And that's it. Super easy, and it's pretty lightweight. And to reconvert it into a couch, you just pull this side up, put all of your linens and stuff in here, and then pop your bed back on there. So back here we have the kitchen area, and to convert your bedroom into a kitchen, just pop your table up, sticks right there. And then below here we have dishes, we have a skillet, a pot, a kettle, 2 sets of like a large dish, small dish, bowl, and then 2 sets of silverware, as well as some cooking utensils, spatula, whisk, things like that. We have our fridge, which is just a little tiny fridge. We were able to fit 2 packages of raw meat, eggs, like a ½ liter of milk, as well as some deli meat, jelly, cheese. It sounds like a lot more than I feel like what fits in here. It's pretty small. And then below the fridge, we have our heater, which works almost too well. We turn it on for about 15-20 minutes each night. It heats below the bed, so it kind of locks that heat in. And you stay warm pretty much all night, especially with those downy comforters. These both run even when the van is turned off, and you also have a power outlet down there that you can plug in like a phone or small batteries, not the inverter. You have room to cook, so we can chop up vegetables here or prepare your meat or sandwiches, whatever you're doing, and then a sink with running water. which has been really nice because at night when it is really cold, we're able to just kind of sit here in bed, wash our face, and brush our teeth with the sink. In the very back, we have our pantry area, which is just a flip up of your countertop. This is where we've been keeping all of our dry goods and spices and our stove. We just have a little gas powered stove. It works great to cook small amounts of food. It is run by these little gas cans in here. This comes with all of the vans. We didn't have to purchase this extra. In its little briefcase, it stores really well in the pantry area. A little extra fun feature of this van is that it has these LEDs in the back. You can change the colors. It's just kind of a fun addition that they added. Being in Iceland during the summer means that you pretty much never have darkness. The sun is up all day. We get about 2 hours of it setting, but then it comes right back up. These curtains, they're blackout curtains. They just shut. It stays pretty dark in here with these curtains, which are pretty nice. They do not let a lot of light in. There's also this fun little map on this side of the van. I mean, we haven't used it or anything, but it's just a fun little decoration to have to say, oh, hey, we're over here, or we're up here today. So
moving to the back side of the van. What's really nice about these doors is they have a nice locking feature here. They basically make sure that when it's windy, they'll just stay right in place. Moving over to the right side, the really important stuff, 2 lithium batteries and a water tank. So these lithium batteries are being charged currently by a solar panel on top. It's the water tank, which I believe is like I'm not really good with liters. It's a lot of liters. It draws water out of this tank directly to the sink. That way you have running water while you're in the van. Gas stations, campgrounds, even your roadside river, you can definitely fill up your tank at a gas station or a campsite.
Summing it up, our pros and cons of the van. Pros wise is that we never have to worry about check-in or check-out. That has been extremely nice. Not having to worry about contacting a host or calling a hotel and being like, we're going to be there late, we're going to whatever. It's been so nice to just be able to roll up into a campsite and sleep there.
It's been honestly just very convenient, having everything accessible and ready at a moment's notice.
So most campsites we've rolled up at about 11 p.m. or so. They kind of just do it on an honor basis, that they expect that you're going to stay around and pay in the morning. So always do that, just so that that system stays in place and that you're not required to check in by a certain time, because that would kind of ruin like the draw of the van.
Yeah.
Because if we see a waterfall at 10 p.m., because it's still light outside, we will just pull over and run up to the waterfall and not worry about having to be somewhere. So that is definitely the biggest pro of doing the van instead of hotels.
Overall gas mileage you get on a van,
yeah.
Surprisingly, when we got here, we thought we would be paying a lot more money for gas. And when I say gas, I mean diesel, because this is a diesel van.
If we're in a parking lot like here and we want a sandwich, we always have access to our food. Having the Wi-Fi hotspot and the inverter has been really nice. We've never done van life before. We really want to in the future, but this was a nice intro to say, hey, yeah, we can absolutely do this.
Yeah, maybe if you're uncomfortable with vans, it is a rather large vehicle, so if you're uncomfortable driving large vehicles, this might be a little bit of a struggle for you. I know there are definitely times when I was driving it using just the rear view mirrors, I still was very hesitant about driving and parking and going in between narrow spaces.
Other than that, I mean, everything has worked great for us. We have been very lucky. I feel like they do include the CDW insurance. That's if somebody hits you. But we recommend adding on the gravel and ash and sand protection, because there's a lot of roads that turn gravel real quick. People driving by fast that throw rocks at your window and at your van. So we recommend at least adding that much on.
If you're from the U.S. and you just want to come over here and experience Iceland from a van, all it takes is a simple driver's license.
Other than that, any last comments?
No,
as we finish up van life?
This van has been great. I'm honestly so thankful for the experience that we've had.
We recommend the van.
Definitely do it.
Thank you so much for all of your support, and we will see you in the next one.
All right, thanks for watching, guys.